When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of mentality, that leads me nicely onto our next player, whose head must be all over the gaff right now. Very talented young boy, Mason Greenwood. He's been in social media, in the papers for various different reasons, hella fabricated stories, been out of action for United, out of action for England under 21s. At this point, how do we protect the talent that is Mason Greenwood? And do any of you feel that United should come out at this point and make a statement to back their boy, basically?
I don't know about making the statement because it's like it's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's like we don't have that name anymore, innit? So you know when like Fergie was there, he used to just like boss it. If things were going a bit left and he didn't like it, he'd come out and he'd stamp everything out, and it's long for you. You are not coming into the next press or whatever. We don't have that leverage in it. So it's like even if like the club makes a statement, I don't think it will stop. I feel like one thing the media want to do is they want to scapegoat black players. Like if there's any reason they can scapegoat them, they will in it. So Mason Greenwood made a mistake, and ever since then, there's always been this story, that story. Is not attitude. They're just speculating left, right, and center. He doesn't play for one game. It's this. He doesn't play for one game. It's that. And for me, it's just like on trend with what we've seen in regards to the British public. And it's like it's something like when he signed his recent contract, the 4-year, like his dad said to Ollie, like, make sure you protect him and whatever. And at this stage, it's like what else can you do? Like there's literally nothing you can do because the British press have like freedom of press. Do you know what I mean? So they can literally just run around ragged, just be saying anything or whatever with minimal to little consequences in it. So for me, I just feel like the senior players got to be around him and kind of talk to him and help him and whatever. The club's got to be around him and talk to him, whatever. And he has to have a chip on his shoulder. He's got to remember this and use it, on the pitch. And do you know what I mean? And it's just something he's gonna have to hold because I don't even know what to do because we went through the whole thing with Raheem Sterling and everybody was shouting out. But one thing I did respect is all the our ex-players said something, innit? Do you know what I mean? They came out and they said something or they tweeted something or they did whatever, innit? So it's just gonna take, bro. Though I don't want to say what I need to say on camera, but like the journalists, innit? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, you just have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so.
Yeah, I think for Greenwood, like Sebi touched on Raheem, I think it's not totally died down for Raheem, but a lot of what has happened to Raheem has stopped because of his performances on the pitch. So he's just gonna have to perform. He's at a handicap, but he's gonna have to keep performing, get his head down. He's gonna have to have his mentality right, and just keep performing, keep smashing in goals. That's the only way. So no matter what United say, like what Sebi said, there's no clout there anymore. It's Ollie, like whatever. No one really rates him like that. So no matter what statement United come out with, Edward Wood, anyone comes out with, they're still on him. The only way he can respond now is performances, and he's got that in him. He's going through a rough patch now, which you expect a player of his talent to go through at least once in their career, especially at his age as well. Like he's still a young player. He's gonna make mistakes, like the mistake he made on international duty. He'll learn from it. He'll learn from this being in and out of the team. He'll learn from the pressures of the media. He shouldn't have to deal with it, but he'll learn from it. And he's got players around him that are going through it now in Rashford. So I think he'll be all right. He just needs to perform on the pitch. Couple goals, and people. I think the tide will turn for him.
Yeah. Dissy, what's your thoughts? Obviously, we left him out of the squad completely against Everton. They asked him not to go on under 21 international duty as well. Do you think he needs to be playing, or do you think we need to keep him out of the limelight a bit?
I don't know. It just depends on his personality or what suits him. I think one of his close friends passed away tragically recently, so I think he's been dealing with that. So whatever is in the best interest of Mason, whether it will be playing football to keep him occupied or take him out of his work, whatever's best for him as a human being, because that's the most important thing. Because at the end of the day, he's gonna retire one day. He still has a life. He's still a human being. So whatever's best for him as a human being. Me personally, I can't lie. I'm a bit different. I know man ain't got clout, but these are your employees. You got to protect your employees. Like I've been side on Man United for years because they watch Pogba, Martial to a less extent. Rashford got it quite a lot. So I say mainly Pogba by a mile, then Rashford and Lukaku, and then Martial. In fact, Rashford and Lukaku, Martial, and Lingard were all getting bullied by the press, and we know why. Do you know what I mean? We know why. And the club did nothing about it. Nothing about it. Barely any. Only Evra came out to speak up for Pogba and Martial. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously sometimes Gary Neville will stick up for Rashford here and there, but nobody did shit. Nobody did shit. So the club has to come out on a rags thing. Like if you're printing fake articles about my man, don't come. You can't. I'm not sure if it's even legal or not, but you can say no. We're not going to answer your questions, and you have the right not to answer people's questions. No other players going to chat. You can't come to Carrington. You're going to be printing fake press about our players, and that will start to keep because people just let the media just do their thing, fam. Like that's what I liked when Rashford, when Daily Mail tried to post some nonsense about him, Rashford came and panned them straight away. Do you know what I mean? But Rashford shouldn't always have to be on the players, bro. Like you are the big conglomerate, stick up for our players, fam. Like okay? especially Ollie, bro. If man told you to defend my son and you are out here moving like this, I'll be fuming. I'm have to grab up Ollie, you know. I don't even care. We'll talk. My son's wavy, so you can't say you're not gonna play my son because my son's nankers. Do you know what I mean, bro? Like, I'll get my son out of here. So, no, but jokes aside, like, nah, man, like, I just don't want to see it to happen to Mason as well. Obviously, okay, that's a different thing. But like, when you're putting fake press, do you know what I mean? Just saying stuff like, "Oh, United feared that he's gonna be the next." No, they don't fear he's gonna be the next Trevor Morrison. They don't. Stop chatting shit. It's ridiculous.
Yes. It's crazy how they can just make up stories just like that. On international duty, one man who was actually getting positive press, Jack Grealish, obviously balling out for England. It seems that he's finally convinced Southgate. We were supposed to be in for him if Villa got relegated. Is he still as essential a signing as he seemed to be for us last season? And if he is, how do we get him in alongside Pogba, selling Pogba? Would he still work in our current plans? Do you think that we actually need Grealish, Rodney?
He's a massive talent, so you bring him in, but I'm struggling to see how Oli, the manager we've got now, fits him in alongside Van der Beek, Pogba, Bruno, and he's still gonna have McTominay. He's still gonna have Fred. Like how do you then sanction spending 80 million on Grealish? And the manager, I don't see how the manager's gonna be able to fit him in. Like he's a baller, and in the summer it was the same problem. And like Van der Beek's not the same player, but they got a few qualities that are similar, and he can't get into the team, so it's a bit. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to spend 80 million on Jack Grealish under Oli. If we had a different manager and I could see a clear vision of where Grealish would fit in, a formation he'd fit in with, his role in the team, then I'd say yeah. But currently, I don't see. Everything is just a mess. Like even the team we play now, like we don't know our best 11. Like we've got our best players are always on the bench at the moment. Like 9 times out of 10 in the last 5 or 6 games, our bench is better than our starting 11. So I don't know. Does he come in and does he perform? That's a weird one. I'm gonna say at the moment, I don't really see the point in spending 80 million on him because I don't see where he fits and what we'll be able to do with him.
Oh, Sebi?
In regards to Jack, it's just like if Pogba goes or not, innit? So like if Pogba goes, then I see where he fits in. In my opinion, I think I'm happy to move Rashford over to the right hand side to play Grealish on the left. Not because for me, I don't think like Grealish is a better left winger than Rashford. I just feel like Rashford is one of those players that are happy to play anywhere. I feel like he's like it's not going to disrupt the team balance or like how like a player feels. Like Rashford will literally play anywhere. So I feel like for the sake of that, I wouldn't mind playing Jack on the left or whatever, and then going with like the similar midfield that we currently have or whatever. But if Pogba stays, then it's no point, because we bought Van der Beek. We're gonna have to kind of, that ship is sailed. The only thing I will say is, if we get a new manager, everybody starts with a clean slate. So, meaning, for example, if we got like a Pochettino and he wanted Grealish, Bruno could drop to the bench. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, everybody will start with a clean slate. The manager has his favourites, and whoever starts in it. So, it just depends. So it depends if Pogba goes, and it just depends if Ollie's the manager or not. But if a player of that ilk wants to come in and he's available, it's somebody that I'll definitely take the chance on. I'd rather take the chance on him than Sancho. So yeah.
Okay.
And this, I know you're a bit of a Pogba fan. Do you think, I'm not saying better player, but do you think Grealish would be more effective for United than Pogba is for us now?
No, I think that's crazy talk. It's legit crazy talk. Don't get me wrong. I think Grealish is absolutely crazy, and I was probably one of the main people in our group chat. Remember this summer? I'm not sure when you entered it, Stephen, but Rodney and Seb could tell you I was bang on a signing Grealish, bang on, yeah. Because I think Grealish gives you what he gives you in the final third is just priceless. That chance creation, ball retention. He gives you better creativity than Bruno, but without all the negatives. Do you know what I mean? But I think with the him and Pogba thing, I don't understand it, because you don't play same position. Grealish really is a wide player. He's in the final third, and Pogba's a midfielder. But I do understand what Seb was saying, because it's just loads of different potential options you could use. But Grealish is, if we had Grealish in our squad right now, Pogba will still be the most creative player. Well, in fact, probably Grealish might be the most creative player, actually, because they're the two most creative players, so they two should play. And the reason why I think we should still do it is because it's no different from us signing Sancho. It's no different. In fact, it's probably cheaper. And I'm starting to think Grealish might be better than Sancho. Do you know what I mean? Because Grealish is actually more dynamic and more athletic than Sancho, and he gives you more creativity. I'm not sure he's probably not giving you the same goal threat, because Sancho's a really good goal scorer and finisher, but he's more dynamic, and he's got that character where you've seen him be able to carry a team. And even for England, he has that same mentality where
Unfazed.
Yeah, he's unfazed. Like, he was doing the things that I like good players to do, that I've seen Pogba, I've seen Rashford do. Pogba and Rashford, we're losing. Give me the damn ball. It might not always work. I like that type of personality, and I think you need as much. And Bruno does that as well. So
that is what you need at United right now. I don't think you can You can't come with Sancho's mentality. I don't want to question his mentality, but he doesn't seem like he's got that sort of grab the game by the scuff of the neck.
Sancho's game, is very.
It's complimentary, in my opinion.
Yes.
But he's not as what random in our group chat, in our touchline group chat, and Seb was one of the first. Seb and Leroy were the first ones on this. He's not like Rashford he can pam any fullback on a given day. Sancho's not really like that. He could dub you, but he's not really that explosive. What Sancho's good is Sancho's good at his combination play, combination play in his areas, and then playing that final pass or final goal. Whereas Grealish could do the combination play. He could get the ball. He could take you one. He's got that personality. With our current setup, in terms of our deficiency in coaching, we need players who require minimal assistance from the coaching staff.
Agreed.
And a Grealish, Martial, Rashford front three is wavy, and if Martial starts bumming out, we could bring in Mason, or do you know what I mean? But Grealish, and if we're gonna lose out on Grealish because we bought Bruno and Van der Beek, I'm gonna be fuming, because he's better.
Yeah, that'll be annoying.
Yeah. I think Sebi's right, man. The ship's gone in that sense, man. We spent quite a bit of money.
I think we need a new manager. So what happens is, like, if a new manager comes in, they always get like a fresh slate. As you've seen, like through the years, every time we upgrade a manager, it doesn't matter what position we've bought, the manager still has a chance to go and buy again. So it'll just. But
that's been the problem, though.
The problem has been the type of players we buy, rather than, and we haven't been focusing on squad building. I think we have a decent squad. We just have a shit manager, and I feel like with 3 key additions to this squad, I feel like we can challenge for a title. So it may take a fresh manager coming in saying, "Fuck it, Bruno, you're on the bench. Pogba, you need to fix up. Grealish come in, do you know what I mean? Centre back, and then, you know, I don't know what else we need, a DM, and then say, all right, cool, let's go. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like a new manager would get that chance. It's like, for example, like Jose bought Lindelof, Jose bought Bailly, if I'm correct. Or did LVG
Did.
and then
Jose
flip
bought
it, and then Ollie was given a chance to buy Maguire for 80 mil. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So like I feel like Woodward does give the manager a chance to come and bring in his own marquee signing, and with Jack Grealish being British, I feel like that signing will get sanctioned. But it's just about the manager that comes in making the tough decisions and saying, "Yo, Bruno, bench time, G." Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and kind of like playing players on merit rather than, oh, we've bought you and I just have to play you now because I've bought you.
Yeah, fair.
I feel like on merit, like in some ways, Bruno.
No,
does deserve to be
100%.
in the
No,
team, though.
100%. Bruno, because of the stats, he deserves to play in it. But I'm just saying, like, if he's like bumming it out and it's just like not conducive to the team, we have the option to kind of switch it up. And,
Definitely.
you know, yeah,
Also, Poch wanted Grealish before anybody else did.
facts.
I think,
Levy said no.
Under different manager, then maybe it could work. But under Oli, I don't see the point in under
I
Oli.
agree.
When I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.